Welcome everyone at Breakout Kings. This is gonna be my first video. I'm gonna do a chart breakdown, but first, a small introduction, little introduction. We are a team of two traders. We have been trading for around 4 years. Um, like I think 90% of all traders, we started out losing our money on the market, but we finally made it to a level where we can say we trade full time and we are ready to help people out with our knowledge and the way we trade. So first of all, when I start my trading day, I want to start with a clean chart. So the first thing I do is I remove all my drawings, my zones, my trend lines, whatever you need. Um, I clean my charts up and I start at the daily time frame. First thing I look for at the daily time frame is at some zones which could be important, like this one over here. This is GBP USD. I try not to make too many zones on the daily time frame because for me is they are zones where I think price can go to in the during the week. So yeah, this is on the daily. I have a zone over here, and I like to keep it like that. Then I go to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, I also don't like to mark up too many zones because it will you will have too many zones on your charts. Could be a distraction. So you can see this one over here. This is a zone. If you look to the left, also a zone of important. So the 1 hour, I don't draw zones on the 1 hour because for me they are not valid for my trading style. Now I go to the 30-minute time frame. Sorry, let me just remove this. Yes. Yeah, so on the 30-minute time frame, you can see we have a beautiful area over here with the zone at the bottom and the zone at the top. This for me is a beautiful zone to open the market on Sunday or on Monday, depends on where you live. So this is beautiful. Um, I think GBP USD it could be a nice trade when Monday the market opens. I will be waiting for pre-London. I'll let Asian session do its thing. Um, yeah, so maybe during Asian session, price will go up and down, start bouncing in this area, and pre-London we maybe get a breakout to the upside or to the downside. I'm not anticipating anything. I just look at what the markets tell me and trade based off of that. I also, when I mark up my zones, I keep my zones as not as small as possible, but I like to keep them very thin. Let me see. Right, go to the 30-minute time frame just to adjust it like this. Keep them small. Yeah, so if I look at the 4 hour time frame, let's start at the daily. This is what I look for. So last week we had a downtrend. On Thursday we had a big bullish candle, and on Friday we closed bearish. So for me, on the lower time frames, I will be looking at sells. But if on Monday the new daily candle will break this high, I will look to start for buys. So on a 4 hour time frame, we had a hammer. So it's not at the top of the range, not at the bottom of the range, but we do have a pretty long wick on the downside, on the lower end of the candle. But yeah, we have to wait for market open and see what it does during Asian session. But if I look at the charts on the 4 hour, I think it made this correction for this big impulse. You see some kind of support over here. If it break this area on the lower time frame, I will be looking for sells. Could be good for a nice, let me see, yeah, around 40 pips to the downside, and to the upside it could be around, yeah, around 50 pips. So 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, yeah, there's a little traffic over here, but we're not looking for the whole move because I'm a scalper. I look for 10 15 pips, but it's all relative because a 10 15 pip move in our favor with a small stop loss of 10 pips could be a 1% profit, even with a 10 pip TP. Yeah, so that's GBP USD for now. As you can see, I also don't use Fibonacci levels, but you could, I think it's at the, let me see over here. Yeah, if you look at this zone over here, you could use it as confluence. Let's say a double bottom, 1 hour bullish and can engulfing, all that kind of good stuff. But I don't use Fibonacci levels, so I keep it simple. Price action, break of structure. This would be a break of structure to the upside. This would be a break of structure to the downside. So whatever price does, I will do the same thing. So that's GBP USD. Let's go to GBP JPY again. Start at the daily time frame always, and at this daily time frame I will mark up, let me see, this level over here as a potential target for a break to the upside. But that's it for the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, you could say this area over here should be pretty important. I'm not gonna mark up this area, it's not relevant for now. It's more than 100 pips away, so if we break to the downside I will mark it up and I will look for it as a target, but for now it's not important to me. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame. First thing I do if I start my day, I draw the zones. That's the first thing I do. After I draw the zones and we're live on the market, I will look for directions like I explained earlier. Where is it? Where is price compared to the daily candle closure the day before? What is the 4 hour doing? And what is the 1 hour doing? And what is the 30-minute doing? But that is something I will explain to you when I go live on YouTube. So for the 30-minute time frame, you see we have a beautiful support area over here. And we have a resistance area over here. You could also say we have a zone, a support zone over here, which could be a valid, but it could be a valid trade, but for my style it would be too high risk. If it breaks this zone, it could react to this candle over here and it could reverse. But if price breaks this zone, we could see price come all the way over here, and we only need a few pips with a very small stop loss. So this would be a safe trade to take to the downside. If price would break to the upside, we have this over here, a resistance zone. Also, it would also make it a high risk setup, so not really looking to enter at the break of this small zone over here, but you could take it if you're a trader that likes to trade a little bit more high risk. But it's not really for me. Yeah, so very simple again. Break of structure to the upside, break of structure to the downside, and that's it. Very simple. Now let's go to Euro JPY. Again, start at the daily time frame, remove all my drawings, all my previous zones from the day before, and start all over again. You could see the last, what is it, 2 weeks or something, we were in a strong downtrend, but when price reached this zone, we went straight back up without one day being bearish. 3 days to the upside. So it was a pretty important level. But for now it's not important. I will mark up this area over here on the daily time frame because I think price could reach that level during next week. Now I'll go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of traffic, a lot of resistance areas. Not too beautiful in my opinion. We have a support zone over here, also on the 4-hour, but I will mark it up on the 30 minutes, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, 30 minutes looks much cleaner. I don't really like the structure. Sorry, that's my kid, my son. It's weekend, they are off, so they slept in, so they have a lot of energy. But yeah, never mind that. Yeah, so on the 30 minute, yeah, I really don't like the structure that we have over here. You could say we have a small support area over here. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame and the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we could say if price breaks this support area over here, we have some clean traffic to the downside. Yeah, it would be a little bit of a high risk setup as well because of this area over here. Yeah, all this traffic over here, but it could be a good trade. I also improvise a lot on based on what price is doing at that moment. So if I see, let's say, a lot of downwards pressure with a big 4-hour candle closure, with a 1-hour candle closure and a 30-minute candle closure, all doing the same thing, and maybe on the daily time frame we are also going down, so we are below the previous daily candle closure. It could be an indication of, let's say, a correction to the downside, just to test an area again before continuing back to the upside. So with all that in mind, you could take a trade to the downside, but be careful because we are in an uptrend, and it's always the trade with the trend. So I would prefer price, consolidate over here, maybe go a little lower, but consolidate over here and break up to the upside, and then we have clean traffic to at least this area, which could be around easy, yeah, about 25 pips, but with a small stop loss of around 5 to 10 pips. We don't need the 25 pips, but we only need a small piece of those pips. So let's say we enter a trade at the breakout of this wick with good confirmations, with a small stop loss maybe below this area over here, which are 10 pips. I always go for at least a 1-to-1, which is over here. Not exactly, okay. So this is a 1-to-1. Over here I will close 80% of my profits and leave 20% running to maybe this area. Depends on what price is doing as well, because I will react to what price is doing, even if I have closed 80% of my trades. I will go to the lower time frames, see what price is doing, see if price is breaking previous low, if or not. If it breaks previous low, it could be an indication for a reversal at that moment. Maybe not on the higher time frame, but on the lower time frame. And on the lower time frame, because we're only aiming for small amount of pips, and we have our stop loss to break even. A reversal of 6-7 pips could already mean it will hit our stop loss at break even. So yeah, always anticipate and react to what price is doing. Sorry about that. I am from Holland, so I speak Dutch. My English is not my first language, it's Dutch. So alright, so that's Euro JPY. Let's go to Euro NCD. Start again at the daily time frame, keeping everything simple and clean. Alright, let's see what we have. This is zone. It's not looking that pretty. Big bullish engulfing candle on the daily time frame from last Friday. I saw this happening. I was looking to enter the trade, but because Euro NZD is a new pair that I'm looking for, that I'm watching, I'm sorry, I didn't feel comfortable taking a trade on Euro NZD, and because it was Friday, Friday could be a strange day to trade. Price could react very strange. There was a lot of Euro news, GBP news, so yeah, I decided not to take the trade, but if I did, it would went my way based on my strategy and my trading rules. So okay, so the daily time frame, we have this zone over here, which is a support zone. A lot of wicks, a lot of rejections. I don't like to see a lot of wicks if I trade the breakout, but this indicates that this is a strong support area. And as you can see, price reacted heavily on it and went to the upside the whole day without even looking back. Okay, so that's the daily. You could say on the daily you have this zone as well, but I'm pretty sure I will mark it up on the 30-minute time frame because we are very close to it. But just put it there. Okay, now we are at the 4-hour time frame. Look how messy it is with all those wicks. This is what I mean. And this is the 4-hour time frame. Imagine on the 30-minute time frame how it looks. So I will move this over here, so I don't pay attention to this anymore. I will move this a little bit up. I like to keep everything, all my zones very small, very clean, very precise. Because if I leave my zones, let's say for instance, I make my zones to the wicks. For me, based on my trading style, price needs to break the zone. And right now this is a zone of 20 pips. Which if I do it like this, it's a zone of 3 pips. So, and price only needs to break these highs and close above it. It doesn't need to close above here. It needs to close above these highs. That's why I mark up my zones like this. I will look at those wicks, but as you can see, price wasn't able to close above these candle closures. So what does that tells me when price does close above these candle closures? That tells me price is looking to continue to the upside, to break out of this resistance zone. So why should I mark my zone like this? It will only confuse me. I keep it small, very tight, and very clean. So I know exactly what to do, and I can read exactly what price is telling me. So this is a zone on the 4-hour. Let's go to the 30-minute. And again, I will adjust my zone again on the 30-minute because I trade based off the 30-minute. Alright, keep adjusting, keep bettering, keep improving your strategy, and find what works for you. I'm gonna teach you a lot. You can learn a lot just by watching my videos, but you have to put the work and the time and effort in it. You have to be very precise with what you do. You have to look at the details of what price is telling you, and only that way you can learn or be a profitable trader. It also helps for your psychology if you really put the time and the work in, because you're gonna be more how do you say it, more confident in your trading, because you have done it let's say 1,000 times. You take 1,000 times the same trade based off the same strategy, same rules, same entry rules, everything. When the trade setup comes, you're gonna take it blindly, because all of the past 1,000 times you had an 80 to 90% win ratio. So why wouldn't you take the next trade? It only builds up confidence if you keep doing the same thing. And if it's not working for you, look what is going wrong. Adjust, try to improve, but don't give up. So, all right. So as you can see, I have this zone and this zone. It's beautiful on the 30-minute time frame. These are the perfect zones for me. I like to trade based off these zones. On the daily time frame, yeah, we had that last big candle to the upside. This is a daily, yeah, you can say a daily zone over here. But I would like to see price continue to the upside, because we had a big impulsive move last Friday. This is the 4 hour, yeah, we had a doji and continue to the upside after that. Now on the 30-minute time frame, this is my important zone. So again, like all the other pairs, break to the upside with the candle closure. I'm gonna look for a retest and break of that high, and then I'm gonna enter. We do have this area over here, which isn't the best for entering a trade. It means more traffic, more pending orders, sell orders, stop losses that's gonna be hit, stuff like that. But it could be a good trade. A little bit more risk. It's better if price reaches this area, start to consolidate, and then have a breakout to the upside, which would mean that we could see price potentially going, let's say, to this zone over here. A lot of clean area. Maybe if we go to the 4 hour time frame, because we do have those wicks over there. So we have this area over here. We have this area. We have, let's say, this area. So if you manage to enter a trade over here and price continues breaking to the upside, could be a nice 80 pip move from this area over here. I think it's possible, because yeah, last Friday we did close very bullish, which means weak NCD and strong euro. Look at the euro JPY, also in an uptrend. Euro NCD closed very bullish, so I think it could continue up. But if it wants to break this structure over here and wants to go down and wants to go bearish, I will sell it either way. It doesn't matter to me. So yeah, that's euro NCD. German 30 also continue to the day of start at the daily. Yeah, German 30, I love German 30. German 30, it creates nice structure and good impulsive moves. German 30 is a little bit more aggressive to trade. It won't usually make a break and retest, but a lot of impulsive move to the upside or to the downside. So once it breaks structure, which I can show you, let me see, over here. So I had last Friday, I had this zone marked up over here. And let me see, what was it? Yeah, this area over here. Because of this support zone created and this rejection. We also did have this over here, but for me this was an indication of what price was going to do. We had this big wick, which is a liquidity grab, and then we had lower low, also a lower low, sorry, lower high, and over here also a lower high. And this wick couldn't break this wick. It's also very important to notice those kind of details. This wick is a lower high, this is a lower high, this is a lower high. This was the last higher high with a big rejection candle, came back down to this zone, closed below, bearish, and found support over here, created lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and break. And this would be an impulsive entry move without a break to the downside and a retest. Retest is what you want to see. Price breaks over here. Just a second. Goes back inside, and that same candles comes back down, rejects that area, break this low, and continues to the downside. When it would break after the rejection and breaking of this low, I would enter a sell position, but I never had that retest, so I don't enter the trade. But yeah, so like I said, German 30 usually made for impulsive entries, which are more aggressive, more high risk. But with German 30, if I would do it, I would do it with a German 30. You can have a nice few hundred pips to few thousand pip move within 2 hours, 1 hour. Okay, so we have the zone over here. Let me clean this one up because it's not relevant anymore. Sorry. So we have this zone over here. Start at the daily time frame. I'm sorry. Let's start over there. Remove drawings. Yeah. So let me see. We have this zone, which price could reach next week. It's the only reason I draw it on a daily time frame. And that's it for me. I go to the 4-hour time frame. Adjust this. And on a 4-hour time frame, yeah, I really don't want to mark up any zones. This is a zone that you just saw. I will mark up on a 30-minute. It's gonna be much cleaner. Adjust this one over here. It's like I told you guys, I like to keep everything nice and tight. Yeah, so marking up your chart is very boring, but it is a process that you have to repeat every day. Start with a clean chart, so you don't have if you use your zones from the day before, you're gonna be stuck in what you saw yesterday. But every day is a new day, every day new things happen, and you need to clean your charts every day before starting your trading day. So so you let price tell you what it wants to do instead of you anticipating what price is going to do. So yeah, on the 30-minute time frame, we have this beautiful little zone over here, which I like for the German 30. Yeah, you can see a uptrend on a 4-hour time frame, which will mean an uptrend on the daily as well, of course on a 1-hour time frame. So on a 30-minute time frame, I will be looking for a buy, a break to the upside, but seeing what price did on Friday, you could expect price to break to the downside as well. And if it does break to the downside, which would be beautiful, we could pricey come and test this area over here. Maybe not the same day, but maybe during the week, maybe on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and then on a Friday we'll continue back to the upside. But like I said, let price tell you what it wants to do, and we will go with the price. But always look for clean traffic. Always look for clean traffic. This is clean traffic. So if we have a break to the downside, you could expect a big move. If we get a breakout to the upside, let's look on a 1 hour. We have these clean candles. Could see price come at least over here, and then possibly, yeah, that's a resistance area over here. This could be 2 target areas, but this should be our first one for our overall target. But for me, I always aim a 1-to-1. I also want to, let's say the market's open, I want to do a little analysis of what I see prices doing right now. This is the 30-minute time frame, which is very important to me, like I said. And we can see price is making higher lows, but it's also making lower highs. And this high tapped the exact same price as this high. So this is a double top, which could mean that price isn't able to go any higher than this. This is what I see a lot of times. If price isn't able to break the previous high like this, it usually indicates price is going down. But like I said, I don't anticipate. I read price. I do what price is telling me. So yeah, keep it simple again. And this is German 30, simple as all the other pairs. Small zones, look at the small zones, look at the break of structure, enter on the break of structure. Yeah, so this is it. I hope you guys found this first video a little how you call it, informative. Yeah, so this is the first of many videos. I like to keep it simple also in my videos, like in my trading, not to complicate things, keep my charts clean. I urge you to do the same thing. Yeah, so for the live streams, I'm gonna be on YouTube every day. There's a link in my Telegram channel, which is free to join. I will also send the link of the YouTube in the Telegram channel. I will send signals also in the Telegram channel. But if you can make it to the YouTube live stream, yeah, I would like to see you over there. And then yeah, let's start this journey good together. And safe trading, everyone. Enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow at the pre-London session. I will also be there at pre-New York session. So I will trade 2 sessions a day live on YouTube, and I hope to see you guys there. Bye.